Pulse 95. Between local lines, notes from the emirate.
Wow, the announcement that basically shook up all of social media across the country, and not across the country only, but across the world, because I've had a lot of friends texting me and congratulating me, literally congratulating me, because they know I work for Sharjah government, so they're like, congratulations, you are so lucky. We're talking about the Sharjah Executive Council approving changing the system of weekly work in the Emirate of Sharjah in line with the vision of UAE to enhance its competitive position for various sectors in a way that supports the business environment and the economic market and keeps pace with global development. So according to the new system, which is applied to local government agencies in the Emirate of Sharjah, the weekly work system becomes 4 working days, and that is from Monday until Thursday, and the weekend becomes Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the change also included official working hours of government agencies to be from 7:30 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. effective January 1st.
Yeah, and this comes as the federal government here has made a landmark shift to a Saturday to Sunday weekend with half a day of work on Friday. But this makes Sharjah's government the first in the Gulf and the Middle East region to fully adopt a 4-day working week, in contrast to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Ras Al Khaimah and Fujairah's local government only having committed to a 4.5 day working week. The deputy ruler of Sharjah, Sheikh Sultan bin Ahmed Al Qasmi, announced the move after instructions from His Highness the ruler of Sharjah, and schools are already bracing for these new changes. What's interesting is the reaction, Rania. You've noted all the memes, and we've had people speak to local media as well. An Emirati public sector employee, Sheikha Tariq, said that she and her colleagues were very, very happy with this news. She said it was clear that more work will have to go through during the working week in return for that extra time off. She said, this will not only give us more time to spend with our families in a way to boost the Emirates' efforts for preserving the family unit, but will also encourage employees to perform better at work. It's a great decision in terms of more family bonding, religious commitment, and increased productivity. I think that the productivity aspect is very interesting to be noted here as well.
Definitely is. And the big news, of course, Sharjah Executive Council approving the change of the system of weekly work in the Emirates. Now, it all depends on how people have been viewing it as either, glass full or glass half empty or whatever they call it, in terms of is it a 3-day weekend, or would you call it a 4-day work week? It's both. But, there's a lot of people who've been putting it out on the meme saying, lazy, or they're going to be relaxing and chilling, but you got to understand and weigh the benefits, isn't it, of the long week, of the shorter work week.
Of course, yeah, definitely.
They raised the working hours as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, but for us, we won't be affected or bothered because we already work from 7 every single day, 7 in the morning. For us here on the morning Majlis, at least.
True.
We're not bothered by that.
I think there's a number.
That is our normal routine every day.
Definitely. Well, there's a number of government departments that also do it. I mean, anyway, at the moment, 7 till 2. But the bigger picture, you got to look at it in a greater perspective in terms of how beneficial it's going to be for family bonding as well.
Absolutely. But one thing that I came across that was actually kind of funny and sad for the whole country, not just for Sharjah, with the new rules being, changing the weekends to Saturday and Sunday. So now someone had the time to actually go through the public holidays for the year 2022.
Okay.
So they said that starting with New Year's.
You're going to have a long weekend?
No. This is the funny and sad part. So the New Year's is going to be on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Eid al-Fitr is going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're already off. Eid al-Adha also going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So basically, we're going to have one day off on top of the weekend. And Prophet Muhammad's birthday is going to be on a Saturday. And National Day of next year is going to be on Friday and Saturday.
I can hear the excitement in your voice. Amazing.
We're already off on all of those days.
We're
so
good, huh?
that is the con, let's just say. AK is really sad. Yes, I know he's going to cry.
Well, it's very sad at the moment. Well, I mean, I mean, there's not much I could say.
Sorry, I just had to break down the sad news.
yeah.
I mean, that was all great, but I had to, share the cons of this.
Yeah, I mean, but the good thing is if we were to look at it in a bit more of a positive way, we're already having long weekends.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
we're going to compare it to the year before. I think at the start of this week itself, my motivation levels and productivity to an extent was, this is going to be a 4-day work week. I just literally, my mindset is that. So yes, we're going to go through a few more weeks of 5-day work weeks, but then it's going to get better. Now, there's a lot of, my own friends who said, you guys are going to be so lazy, just going to relax and have 3 days off.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet in terms of to what extent it's going to be beneficial. Is it going to be human nature in us that will say, oh, I wish it was a 4-day weekend? Are we going to go into this mindset thinking,
Become greedy.
is the weekend enough? Is 3 days even enough for us? But to be honest, even this weekend, even though it's 2 days, because the optimism of that news was there, I felt a bit more relaxed. And I know I'm speaking only about myself and on my behalf, and I felt a bit more relaxed and wanted to get into this work week in a very positive note. But apart from the other aspects, I think we've got to weigh in. To what extent is going to be beneficial apart from our own productivity, beneficial for the events industry? I think they're going to benefit the most because the weekend's going to be there, the shopping malls are going to be full, people are going to be out there willing to spend more. So economically, more people will be spending money and willing to do stuff. Because how many times has it been that we've thought, it's a weekend, and I don't want to be sat around doing nothing.
Yeah.
I want to be out there. I want to go at least for a coffee shop.
But this is very smart. It's a very smart move to have a 3-day weekend, because we've seen other countries like, for example, Japan, New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland as well. They have already made a move in this direction, and they already have a 4-day work week. And most importantly, the quality of work has improved in these countries over time due to this change. So we are hoping to experience the same here in Sharjah, and that's one of the reasons behind this change.
Yeah, they've done studies on that around the world as
they
well.
have.
They've noted increased productivity, less instances of burnout, and for a lot of people, you might be spending time in the office, but you may not necessarily be doing a whole lot. So if it's compressed in this way, people might feel more incentivized to put in a good days of work before the big weekend. So I hope it goes well. I'm really looking forward to it, but I think it's a great move. And Sharjah being a trailblazer here in the region, being the first to do it is absolutely fantastic for us.
Big milestone.
A leading change. It definitely is. Leading the Arab world as well in terms of having a 3-day weekend. Apart from the money aspect, if you look at the people who are going to be spending time out, and the events industry is going to be bringing out their performers, it's going to be a great hype. Environmentally, less people driving, less form for commutes during the working hours. That's going to be great. I think that's going to have a positive impact on that. And the thing is that once we're in the comfort of our own homes, we tend to be a bit more productive. There's so many times where I've felt, let's make this video done, let's get this work done, or let's respond to that email, because I've not been able to do it during the normal work week. So I think us as humans are going to feel a little bit more relaxed, because we'll have more time to catch up on our thoughts. There is a very, very high likelihood that, once again, as Rania pointed out, that we might not get those wonderful long holidays that we were used to. That's when we'll sort of scratch our heads and think, man, I miss the good old days. But then again, we'll be so hopefully so relaxed after those every week of a long weekend that we wouldn't really need those long holidays.
Yeah,
well, hopefully.
Might be the case, indeed.
Might be the case. And of course, longer weekends means more footfall for hotels, more staycations, more money being circulated in the economy. Guys, that's the main point. That's when the expenditures are high, economy is happy, people are happy, businesses are flourishing. And let's not forget the not so very pleasant 2020 that most businesses had to go through.
Definitely, yeah, it's a big factor.
There are a lot of restaurants who were doing so well, and suddenly, out of the blue, one virus really brought their businesses to their knees. No matter how big the businesses were and how large the corporations were, it affected everyone. So hopefully this news development from the Sharjah government is going to be of great use. But yes, keep those texts rolling in. Really appreciate your thoughts this morning. Faisal once again texting in saying, I have more time with my kids, and work from home is going to add to my benefit as well. So wonderful to see that, guys. 3-day weekend. How are we going to plan that?
Yeah, what do you even do with that?
What are you going to do, Ryan?
Still don't know.
Still don't know.
I'm still in the shock.
Yeah.
My mindset says it's going to be great, but there's a huge, let's say, realist in me that says I am going to get an email from HR saying...
Because we're in media.
They're going to say, you know what, Friday.
Yeah.
We've got a great plan for
That's
you.
That's why...
7 till
we don't want to
11.
jinx it. Yeah, we don't want to jinx it from now.
Exactly.
So let's just
Fingers
wait
crossed.
and see.
Great show. Selfie vibes. You never know. They could pop up. Anything could happen. You know, weekend vibes. Ahmed's bookworm time. Rania's what's Rania watching? A dedicated show. And then they'll probably say to me, "Hey, let's do something related to Sharjah with you. Why not?" But you add this into the mix so that we can future talk. Yalla home. They can relax. Morning Majlis. You guys can work. It's great. You never know. So that's the realist part in me. But yes, keep those texts rolling in about a 3-day weekend here in the Emirate of Sharjah. Where you're listening to the Morning Majlis. We'll be right back after a bit of a song break for you, and then we'll continue the discussions here on the Morning Majlis. Stay tuned to Pulse 95.
If you liked this episode of the Morning Majlis, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.
Pulse.